Beaton.
Hello. How you doing? It's good to be here in Montreal. Looking forward to it. I lived in England for the last year, in London, and you might think, oh, that must be nice. It wasn't. It was terrible. It was a shithole. It rains all the time there. It's where happiness goes to die. Before I went there, people warned me. They were like, hey, man, you might not like it. It rains all the time. I was like, well, it can't rain all the time. Turns out, yeah, it does. It rains every single day. And I would start to complain to English people about it. I was like, oh, man, how do you guys put up with this shit? It rains all the time. And then they would just go, actually, I like the rain, just twitching while they said it. Because they had to lie to themselves. English people have to lie to themselves about everything that makes them England, you know? It's the same thing with their food. It's horrible, but they have to be like, I like our food, it's delicious. And then you see them eating it in a pub and they're angry while they eat it. And you just want to shake them like, there's other food, what are you doing? Spain is right there, there's spices and women with asses. Get out of this place. Like, you go to the UK for 2 weeks and you will figure out why they tried to conquer the rest of the world. You're like, yeah, totally makes sense. I would definitely destroy a culture for some food with some zip and just a little vitamin D. That's all I need. It's weird that so many places hate America. It's just weird. But I figured it out. Here's why people hate America. It's because they try to own everything. And not just literally, which they also do, but figuratively. They try to own states of being. Like when they're doing well, they're just like, we are the best country in the world. And when they're not doing well, they're like, feel bad for us, you know? Like with their economic crisis. They're like, oh, feel bad for us. We don't have as much money as we used to have. And then they try to take away other people's achievements. I saw this guy in the news for Occupy Wall Street. It was just like, Occupy Wall Street? This is our Arab Spring. Like, no, it isn't. That's not fair. You can't take that from those people. They had to earn that. They had to overthrow dictators who controlled their lives for 30 years and then killed them for thinking differently than they wanted them to. All Occupy Wall Street is just Americans who don't understand credit card debt. That's it. Somebody gave them a plastic card, they turned it into a flat screen TV, and then 3 months later, they're like, what do you mean I have to pay for it now? This is bullshit. I used the magic card. What's wrong with the card? Is it not enchanted enough? I don't get it. Interest. You keep saying this word interest. Yes, I'm very interested in keeping my flat screen TV. But you can't feel bad for America. They're doing too well. Way too well. They're too prosperous. America is so prosperous, their poor people are fat. Do you know how fucked up that is to have a bunch of fat poor people walking around like, I can barely sustain life. You're 350 pounds. What's your definition of sustaining life? You're eating right now. Well, I'll just look up the definition of sustain on my iPad. Ridiculous. I watch a lot of YouTube. I like YouTube. You know why I like YouTube? Because you can just type in guy gets kicked in the nuts. Boom, there's an afternoon gone. You don't get that time back, it's lost time. Favorite thing to watch on YouTube though, animals attack videos. I love those. But, you know, when animals attack, my only problem with them is the name. I don't think they should be called when animals attack. I think it should be called when dumb people get what they deserve. Because it's never a guy who doesn't deserve it. It's never a guy who's just minding his own business at work and then an eagle swoops down and rips his face off. That's never the story. Just an eagle, my face at work. How did this happen? I played by the rules, eagle. But they always make it sound like it's the animal's fault in the video. It's never the people's. It's always poor people, bad animal. Poor people, bad animal. It's always like this poor family decided to stop for an upwind barbecue in a part of the jungle the locals call Panther Alley. When out of nowhere, without any warning whatsoever, a panther strikes. Poor people. No, good panther. Fuck these people. They're clearly too stupid to live. Put the panther in a coffin at their funeral and let him jump out and eat the rest of their extended family. I do not want their genes passing on. Letting people like this live is the reason why it has to say caution, hot coffee on a cup of hot fucking coffee. You guys have been so much fun. I'm Nick Beaton. Have a great